I'm Faith, and for 3 years I paid my mother's mortgage while she told everyone I was bleeding her dry. Faith, darling, you look tired. My mother smiled across the restaurant table, like she was doing me a favor by noticing. Her friend Greta sat beside her, wearing that same tight smile she always had around me. I've been working a lot, I said. Still at that little consulting firm? Greta asked. Margot tells me you're finally doing well for yourself. My mother laughed. The sound made my stomach turn. Oh, she's doing fine now. Took her long enough to stand on her own feet. I watched her cut into her $50 steak, the same restaurant she always chose, the same pattern for 3 years. Actually, Mom, I wanted to talk to you about… Oh God, here we go. She set down her fork hard enough that the couple next to us looked over. What is it this time? Car payment? Credit cards? Rent? My face went hot. What are you talking about? Don't play innocent with me, Faith. Every time we meet, you have your hand out. She turned to Greta. I've been supporting her since she graduated. She just can't seem to manage money. Greta made a sympathetic noise. It's so hard watching our children struggle. I'm not struggling, I said quietly. I make 6 figures. Then why, my mother said, voice rising, do you keep asking me for money? The restaurant felt too small suddenly, too many people watching. I've never asked you for money. The mortgage, Faith, the property taxes, the car insurance. She was counting on her fingers now, performing. Every month you're in my ear about something. Because I pay those things, I said, for you. She laughed again. Oh, that's rich. You pay them? With what? With the $3,000 I transfer to your account every month. My voice was shaking. The same money you've been using to tell everyone you're doing great while I work 70-hour weeks. Faith, honey, I think you're confused. My mother reached across the table like she was comforting a child. You've been having such a hard time lately. Maybe you should see someone. Talk through these delusions. Greta nodded. Stress can do strange things to the mind. I have bank records, I said. Then show them to me. My mother sat back, arms crossed. Right now. Prove it. I pulled out my phone, started opening my banking app. Oh my God, you're actually going to do this? My mother stood up. In the middle of a restaurant? Are you really that desperate for attention? Margot, maybe we should… Greta started. No, I'm done. My mother grabbed her purse. I've tried to help her. I've tried to be patient. But I'm not your ATM anymore, Faith. I'm not going to keep enabling this dependency you have on me. People were definitely watching now. A waiter had stopped mid-service. You're not my ATM? I felt something crack open inside me. Mom, I've been paying your mortgage for 3 years. Leave! She pointed at the door. Get out! I can't do this anymore. I can't keep watching you self-destruct and blame me for your problems. I stood up slowly, picked up my coat. Okay. Finally, she sat back down, face flushed. Greta, I'm so sorry you had to see that. Don't be, Greta patted her hand. You did the right thing. Tough love. I walked to their side of the table, took out my phone again. What are you doing? My mother asked. Sending you something. I tapped a few buttons. Check your email. Her phone buzzed. She looked at it, face going pale. That's a notice from my bank, I said. I've stopped all automatic transfers to your account, effective immediately. Your mortgage payment is due in 12 days, I continued. Good luck. I left while my mother was still staring at her phone. The next morning, my phone rang at 6 a.m. My mother's name lit up the screen. I let it go to voicemail. It rang again immediately, and again. By noon, I had 17 missed calls and 9 voicemails I didn't listen to. At 1 p.m., my brother Derek called. Faith, what the hell did you do? Good morning to you too, I said. Mom called me crying. She says you abandoned her at a restaurant and cut off her money. Is that what she said? I put him on speaker while I made coffee. That I cut off her money? She said you've been helping her out and you just stopped without warning. Helping her out, I repeated. Derek, I've been paying her entire mortgage for 3 years, plus her car payment, plus her property taxes. Silence on his end. Did you know that? I asked. Mom said she was helping you get on your feet. She's been telling everyone I'm broke and dependent on her, while I've been paying $36,000 a year to keep her house. 36? Derek exhaled hard. Faith, are you serious? Check with my bank if you don't believe me, or better yet, ask Mom why her mortgage payment is suddenly due.
Shit. He was quiet for a moment. But you can't just cut her off. That's her house. It's her house that she can't afford, that she's been lying about affording. She's our mother. And I'm your sister, who's been financially supporting a woman who called me a parasite in public. She was probably just embarrassed, Derek said. You know how she is about image. So I should keep paying for her image? I'm just saying, maybe you could have handled this differently. Talk to her privately. I tried that. Every month when I sent the money, every time she made a comment about my struggling career to her friends. Look, I get it. You're mad. But leaving her without a mortgage payment? She has 12 days to figure it out. That's more warning than she gave me before humiliating me in front of a restaurant full of people. Faith, come on. Be reasonable. I am being reasonable. I'm stopping a situation where I work myself to exhaustion so Mom can pretend she's successful. Derek sighed. Dad's going to lose it when he hears. Dad left her 5 years ago. He doesn't get an opinion. He still cares about her. Then he can pay her mortgage. I hung up. My phone buzzed immediately. Text from my mother. We need to talk. This is childish. Another text. I said things I didn't mean. You know I love you. Another. Faith, please. I'm sorry. Can we meet tomorrow? I blocked her number. 2 hours later, my cousin Andrea called. We hadn't spoken in over a year. So I just had the most interesting conversation with your mother, Andrea said. Let me guess. I'm a terrible daughter. Actually, she said you've been going through some mental health issues and made a scene at dinner. She's very worried about you. Of course she is. But then I talked to Derek. Andrea's voice changed. He said something about you paying her mortgage? For years? 3 years. $36,000 annually. Jesus Christ. Andrea whistled low. And she's been telling everyone you're the one with money problems. Yep. Faith, that's... I don't even know what to call that. I call it done. I'm done. Good, you should be. But you need to know, she's already spinning this. She called Aunt Patricia, Uncle James, probably half the family by now. She's saying you had a breakdown. Let her say whatever she wants. She's saying you need help, that she's been trying to support you emotionally and financially, and you just snapped. My chest tightened. She's telling the family I'm unstable. She's building a narrative, Faith. You know how she operates. I did know how she operated. That's why I scheduled lunch with Aunt Patricia 3 days later. Patricia was my mother's older sister. She'd always been the family's unofficial judge, the one everyone went to for validation. Faith, honey, I'm so glad you called. Patricia hugged me at the restaurant entrance. Your mother is beside herself. I'm sure she is. I sat down across from her. She's telling everyone I had a breakdown, I said, that I'm mentally unstable. Patricia's expression shifted slightly. Well, she's concerned. The way you left that dinner, cutting off her support so suddenly. Aunt Patricia, I need you to look at something. I pulled out my tablet, opened my banking records. These are transfers from my account to Mom's. $3,000 every month for 36 months. Patricia put on her reading glasses, scrolled slowly. Her face changed with each screen. Faith, this is real? Every penny. Mortgage, car payment, property taxes. I've been covering everything while she told the family I was struggling. But she said you were asking her for help. When? Show me one transaction going the other direction. Patricia kept scrolling. There's nothing here. Because there's nothing to find. She's been lying to everyone. Oh my God. Patricia set down the tablet. Margot called me crying. She said you screamed at her in public, that you've been having episodes. I didn't scream. I canceled automatic payments to my own money. That's not an episode. That's a boundary. She showed me texts from you, demanding things. Show me. Patricia pulled out her phone, found screenshots. I read them carefully. Requests for grocery money, complaints about bills, frantic messages about eviction. I never sent these, I said. They're from your number. Then she created them somehow, or she's forwarding messages from someone else and claiming they're from me. I opened my phone. Look at our actual text history. Nothing like this. Patricia compared the screens. These don't match. No, they don't. Because she's fabricating evidence to cover the fact that I stopped funding her lifestyle. But why would she do this? She's your mother. Because her mortgage payment is due in 6 days and she doesn't have the money. She needs either me back or the family to think I'm crazy so no one questions her.
Patricia sat back. I need to talk to her. You should, but know that she's going to cry. She's going to make herself the victim, and she's going to say I'm unstable. That's the pattern. Faith, if what you're showing me is true, it's all true, and there's more. I pulled up another file. She took out a credit card in my name 2 years ago. I found out last month when I got a collections notice for $14,000 I didn't spend. Patricia's hand went to her mouth. That's fraud. Yes, it is. Have you reported it? Not yet. I wanted to give her a chance to make it right. I told her I knew. You know what she said? What? You can afford it, Faith. Why are you being so selfish? Patricia was quiet for a long time. What are you going to do? I already filed a police report yesterday morning for identity theft. The detective said with the documentation I have, it's pretty straightforward. You're pressing charges against your mother? I'm reporting a crime that happened to me. What happens next is up to the police and the prosecutor. The family is going to lose their minds. The family can think whatever they want. I'm done sacrificing myself so Mom can maintain her image. Patricia reached across the table. I believe you, Faith, and I'm sorry. I should have asked more questions when she first called. You weren't the only one she fooled. What do you need from me? Just stop believing her version, that's all. We talked for another hour. Patricia called my Uncle James right there, video call, showed him everything. He called his daughter, she called her husband. By the time I left that restaurant, 5 family members knew the truth. My mother's house of cards was collapsing. The foreclosure notice appeared on my mother's door 8 weeks later. I know because Derek sent me a picture. She's saying you could stop this, he texted, that you're choosing to let her lose her house. She chose to live beyond her means, I replied. I'm choosing to stop enabling it. The identity theft investigation moved faster than expected. Detective Morrison called me on a Tuesday afternoon. Miss Chen, we've completed our investigation. The credit card was definitely opened with your information, and your mother's name is on the account activity. We're moving forward with charges. What does that mean? She'll be arrested, arraigned. It'll go to trial unless she takes a plea. And if she takes a plea? Restitution, probation, possibly jail time depending on the judge and her record. I sat down. This was real. This was happening. Miss Chen, are you still there? I'm here. Thank you for calling. My mother was arrested on a Thursday morning. Greta apparently witnessed it, told everyone at their yoga class. By that afternoon, the whole family knew. My phone exploded with messages. Half the family calling me cruel, vindictive, heartless. The other half, the ones Patricia had talked to, saying I did the right thing. Derek called me that night. She's out on bail. Dad paid it. Of course he did. Faith, she's a mess. She's lost the house. She's facing criminal charges. Everyone knows what she did. Everyone knows what she did because she did it, Derek. Not because I made her do it. She wants to talk to you. No. She's our mother. She's a woman who stole my identity, destroyed my credit, lied about me to everyone we know, and called me a parasite when I tried to help her. That's who she is. People make mistakes. This wasn't a mistake. This was 3 years of deliberate manipulation and theft. So you're just done? Forever? Yes. Derek was quiet. I don't know if I can do that. Then don't. But don't ask me to set myself on fire to keep her warm anymore. He hung up. The trial happened 4 months later. I had to testify. My mother sat across the courtroom looking small and broken, her lawyer trying to paint me as vindictive, as someone with a grudge. But numbers don't lie. Bank records don't lie. Signatures forged on credit applications don't lie. She took a plea deal. 3 years probation, full restitution, and a fraud conviction on her record. I saw her once after that, at a grocery store. She was with Greta, who saw me first, and grabbed my mother's arm, steering her down a different aisle. My mother looked back once. I don't know what she expected to see on my face. Regret, maybe? Guilt? She didn't see either. I rebuilt my credit, bought my own house. Smaller than I'd planned originally because of what she'd taken, but mine. Fully mine. Derek still talks to her. He calls sometimes, trying to build bridges he knows won't hold. I listen politely and change the subject. Aunt Patricia texts me every few weeks. You did the right thing, she always says. I hope you know that. Most days, I do know it. Last week I got a letter, my mother's handwriting. I almost threw it away unopened, but something made me read it. It was an apology. Sort of. Mostly explanations about pressure and image and how hard it was being a single mother. How she never meant to hurt me. How family should forgive family. At the bottom, one line. I'm still your mother. That has to count for something. I sat with that letter for 3 days, looking at those words. Then I did what I should have done years ago. I threw it away. So here's what I keep wondering, and maybe you can tell me. If someone spends years building their life on your back, while tearing you down to everyone watching, and then loses everything because you finally stepped away, whose fault is that really?